experience by some of the youngsters can begin to pay off. The game is on. The first pass for the Zamboni after the Celtics game was at 5:23, and this game starts at 7:08. Rick, does that mean the players have to keep it even simpler than usual?
You would think so, but they're the ones that know. They're on the sheet of ice. They'll get a feel for it.
Brian Little to Andrew Ladd. The shot saved last. The puck just oozes past the post. Stewart in to throw it to the corner. Klug, now Seidenberg, Ladd there, trickles it back to the point. The long shot from Jacob Trouba. A really promising second-year defenseman. Stewart, about 6 years for the Bruins. He and Blake Wheeler went to then Atlanta in the trade that brought Rich Peverley to the Bruins, an instrumental move in the march toward the 2011 Stanley Cup. Grant Klitzum tries to jam it through to Mark Scheifele. Here's Evander Kane, gets off the quick long shot on Rask, who turns the puck to the corner. Big Dustin Buckland goes through the corner. Bergeron can't kick it past Scheifele. Kane's pass, nobody home in front. It comes all the way to Klitzum at the point, rifles it wide. Kane catches it on the end boards, tries to send it in front, hits the apron. Scheifele cycles it to Kane, top of the circle, nobody home. Brad Marchand returns to the lineup. David Pastrnak, cross ice to Marchand, puts on the brakes against Bogosian. Pastrnak, shoulder high tip. Here's Bergeron across the front. Then Bogosian taps it away from Marchand. Can't cave him in, strong on his skates. Pastrnak lets it run for Bergeron. Can't get it between the stick and the skates of Scheifele. And the Jets clear. Marchand turns at the red line. Bad change by Winnipeg. Bergeron's shot off Bogosian's stick and up into the glass. Bergeron can't get the glove on it. Michael Frolik dribbles it out to the center circle. Joe Morrow, Seth Griffith, and now Kevin Miller.
Nice little exchange. Pastrnak able to go right back to Marchand through the neutral zone. That's a 2-on-2, 2-on-3 almost. Yet they get some good offensive zone puck possession. Pastrnak on the net drive had a little redirect.
Chris Kelly goes for a wicked tumble down the left wing boards, and there's going to be a tripping penalty. Adam Hardy coming over and taking a couple of pops at Kelly.
Kelly's stick ran up a little bit on Perreault after the penalty. And that's what got the attention of Party.
Last time Chris Kelly faced Winnipeg, it was the end of his season. He just about wrecked his back up in the peg.
Now there's a little chip play by Kelly, trying to just possession play around Perreault. And you can see a little chop by Kelly at the tail end. But it'll just be the tripping call. The Bruins are going to power play.
Brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. It's your town. Bruins 0 for 8 in their last 5 games. It is
Winnipeg
their
penalty
longest
number
drought of the
85,
season.
Matthew Carroll, 2 minutes
The
trucking.
previous 3
Time of
games
penalty, 2 minutes 14 seconds.
when they went
Carroll,
0 for 5
penalty
through
for
the end of October.
at 2:14.
Now, a little change in personnel with this man advantage. The old unit was that Soderberg-Eriksson combination. Riley Smith at the point, Bergeron in the high slot, and Hamilton on the back end.
Stewart bumps Bergeron, and Blake Wheeler clears it out to center. Kane giving chase. Krug back after it. And Soderberg turns it forward with Eriksson straight ahead. Kane making him fight for every inch. The Bruins not finding a rhythm yet. David Pastrnak, who looked very confident. With some sparkling skills in his NHL debut a few nights ago. Michael Frolik up off Hamilton and finally out of the zone. Now it turns into a 2-on-2. Marchand getting back. Frolik turns and whips it off of Marchand. The puck drifts to the near side. Here's Pastrnak with Lucci on his left. Pastrnak gains the line, drops it off to Smith, but the puck comes outside the paint and it's offside.
Now the Bruins unable really to get puck possession in the offensive zone. Jets doing a nice job of forcing Boston, getting to the dump ins, winning a couple battles. Good back check by Marchand in this situation. Creates the turnover. The Bruins had a little bit of numbers on the near side. Would have liked to see a nice quick little overload to gain entrance.
Well, I know one thing, Brick. This drought is not Jeff Ward's fault. David Pastrnak, your first impressions?
Yeah, he gets your attention with his offensive creativity, his understanding what's happening in the offensive zone, and his willingness to try to be creative. Good skater. And I guess in a real small sampling, seems to really enjoy the game.
Yep, he's a pretty happy guy. Riley Smith over the line. Lucic chips to Hamilton. The shot off the stick of Brian Little. He tests it and finds it's cracked, so he'll go to the Winnipeg bench, and the Bruins can't take advantage of that. Marchand takes Hamilton's pass. Stops on the half boards now against Kane. Hamilton has Seidenberg to his left. Gives back to Marchand. Marchand spins away from Kane the final 4 seconds. Power play brings it off the outside of the goal. As Scheifele advances the puck to Kane. Perreault is fresh out of the box. Perreault with 8 points in 8 career games against Boston. The shot with a purpose low to the far side against Rask, and it turns the rebound with less dangerous play.
Purpose with Kane on the net drive. That's why that shot's low and off that left pad.
Simon Gagne tries to feather it through Paul Postma, but Postma comes D to D. Party is defensive pair under pressure from Gagne. Party goes north and south, does not connect. That's going to be icing against Winnipeg.
This was always a challenge when you were a player, Jack. You know, you get that American Thanksgiving, if you want to call it that. But all these players have been Americanized, whether they're from Europe or north of the border, no matter what it is. But it's always a challenge as far as your discipline. You know, you want to enjoy family, you want to enjoy a meal, you want to enjoy that away from the rink time, but it's still all about business. And when you know you don't have a full complement for players, there's even more discipline required if you're the Boston Bruins.
Got to find the balance here. Simon Gagne, the shot saved by Hutchinson. And he'll take a face-off in his zone end.
Real nice puck movement in the neutral zone. That quick counterattack, decision-making, execution, composure, D-to-D, post up on the wall, good support in the middle. It's very basic, but if you execute and you get proper positioning and you move it at the right time, you'll get that quick counterattack, you get that re-entry, and you get a shot on goal. If not, a quality scoring chance.
Morrow off the face-off, drives it and breaks the stick of Frolik. Frolik stays in the zone and now gets a new stick and some relief, but here's icing again against Winnipeg.
Maybe that stick was broken too.
Yeah.
Couldn't handle that pass. In fairness of Frolik, that puck skipped a little bit. Another icing.
Paul Maurice as the Jets playing few goals against hockey. Not exactly an explosive offensive team, but when the defense is there every night, you usually have a chance to win.
Yeah, that's where their power play has to be better than it's been to this point. They've played a lot of close games, fairly low scoring, 1- and 2-goal game results, and you don't want to have to put that kind of pressure on your goaltender night in and night out. Your power play can go a long way to be a difference.
Well, Winnipeg's power play has come alive just as Boston's has gone quiet. So we'll see if that's a factor in tonight's result. Kelly spoons the puck out to the neutral zone. Trouba guns it over to Stewart. Stewart cranks it off the corner glass. It bounces down. Torrey Krug reverses. Hard past Hamilton. Seth Griffin has to come back to it. Retreats in his own to Krug. Gets it from Hamilton under pressure from the captain, Andrew Ladd. Blake Wheeler makes the tight turn at the red line. Lucic reaches around. Ladd gets off a shot. And Rask cuddles it for the save. 13:51 to go in the opening period. The Bruins at Winnipeg Jets on Black Friday night.
Away. There's your passing lane right there. Here comes your support through the middle. And if you have forwards for Winnipeg just kind of standing around playing a zone, you can take advantage of it. Quick up Bartkowski. You post up along the wall. Paille finds Gagne. Quick counterattack right back in the offensive end. And even though you don't get a 2-on-1 or a real quality scoring chance, you get an offensive zone face-off, and that's your fourth line, and those are the things you're looking for.
Simon Gagne playing the 818th game of his career, one away from 600 points for his body of work in the NHL. Going 7-1 on the face-off dot. Wheeler bumps off Seidenberg, brings it out, indirect to Stewart. Eriksson blocks the shot. Ladd, the self-pass off the boards. Stewart across the slot looking for Ladd, but Miller tracks him well. Wheeler stick handles along the line. Seidenberg blocks his path to the net. Winnipeg keeping it in the zone more than half a minute consecutively. Brian Little can't get it through Bergeron's stick. Mark Stewart bounces it across the high slot. Seidenberg chips it off glass just to take some pressure off. A tumbling muffin all the way in on Hutchinson, and no icing.
And you got to pay attention too, because Bergeron was on the ice for the defensive zone face-off, and he had to stay for that entire shift.
Hamilton to Campbell against the grain. Paille gets a piece of the puck. Postma back to pick it up. Steps through the seam. Shifley quickly to Kane across to Buckland, who's got the big, powerful strides. He slings it around through the corners. Kane back to Buckland, but it hops over his stick. And here comes Paille, 4-on-3 up ice. The self-pass around Postma, but a good diagonal from Clardy. But he gives it away to Campbell with good anticipation. It caroms to Gagne. Gagne leaves it in the corner. Paille cycling, turns on Postma, but he loses an edge. Shifley, the center back, to pick it up, and he gives it away to Bartkowski right into the middle. Postma blocks it down with the skate, and finally the Jets clear. Shifley in a race with Krug, and Krug gets to the dock first for icing against Winnipeg. Force trivia question of the day: who is the Thrashers/Jets single season assist leader? Visit NESN.com/theForce for the answer. Enter to win a $50 gift certificate that can be used at the Force Restaurant and Sports Bar in Boston, Quincy, or Norwell.
Yeah, that doesn't include the Flames.
No, different franchise. Different era.
Same city.
Neither time was it really a hockey town. Pasternak off a couple of skates, and it bounced right to Marchand. Dangles, and Hutchinson robs him. Michael Hutchinson, a right-hand catcher, and Marchand had all the moves but the finish.
Marchand just so good and so elusive in tight spaces. Even with a long stick for a shorter player, he had a step right around Party. Trying to pull that puck backhand and then find a little opening as Hutchinson moves, but he had a good stick position, tracked the puck well, and just the one chance.
Bergeron wins it cleanly. Marchand's shot, and another glove save by Hutchinson.
Another face-off win.
Bruins dominant at the dot. Little swipes it away from Bergeron this time. Krug pitches down the boards as Klitzum couldn't clear. Frolik goes for a tumble, and the Bruins are going to be shorthanded. A tripping penalty coming at 8:17 of the first period.
Brad Marchand will make his way to the box, and he was just trying to get into an area where he maybe could hold up a guy when this puck is up for grabs. Tries to get it with his skates, but his skates make contact with Frolik, and down he goes. Bruins had an earlier opportunity, didn't get much with it. And Jack, we'll see if we have any further discussion on power play situations tonight with Winnipeg with the man-to-man.
3 for 7 in their last 2 games. Following an
Boston penalty number 63, Brad Marchand, 2 minutes tripping. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes,
So they were
17
6
seconds.
for 71.
Marchand, minor penalty
And
for
since then they
tripping
go
at
3 for
8:17.
So something's going right. Buffalo. Hard into the deep part of the zone. The Rask knocks it down off the glass. Miller makes a short pass through the seam to Kelly, who makes the 2.
Love that play. Love that play by Kevin Miller. He's on his backhand. He knows he has to go retrieve the puck. Thought the wraparound for Buffalo was going to get there. Rask knocks it down, and he goes. He protects the puck. He waits for support, and he used that short little pass for the third man coming in to help out.
Buffalo seals off Buckland. Now Buckland goes to work against Paille. Perreault trying to get loose in the corner. Bartkowski can't staple him in. Ladd keeps the puck alive, but Hamilton hustles back, finds the opening, and sends it straight down the middle.
That was Chara-esque
Yes.
right there. Hamilton able to get to that loose puck. Started to go behind the net. Realized I have to play short side. Everyone's reading that wraparound's coming.
Zach Bogosian through the seam to Michael Frolik. The drive saved by Rask. Rask broke down the angle, and Frolik didn't really challenge the Boston goaltender. Mark Shifley. Trouba gives it to Bogosian. The wrist shot. Seidenberg with the block. Gagne tries to bat the backhand out of the zone, but can't. There's Shifley along the boards, but can't control the puck, and Bergeron punishes that.
And you had a couple opportunities, one from behind the net below the goal line, trying to go off the glass. That didn't get out. And then he tried to sweep one on the go.
Again, it's Bogosian to Frolik waiting at the attacking line, but Joe Morrow breaks that rush down. Paille eats the puck in the corner. Scheifele pries it loose. Krug shields the puck and then finds the opening to Paille, who's got time, and swats it. A one-hopper all the way in on Hutchinson. That kills off Marchand's penalty.
Strong penalty killing there by Boston. Winnipeg tried those quick ups to Frolik, standing still in the blue line. You're not going to get a real quality scoring chance, even if you do get a shot away.
Just one shot on the power play for the Jets. Centering pass gets blocked to Lucic, tries to drag it away, but it hits Postman's skates. Soderberg over the line. Postman's there again, and here comes Haluschuk in transition. Hamilton had the angle on him, and Haluschuk decided to abandon it. Lucic taps back to Eriksson, who juggles it in midair. That was a dangerous part of the ice.
Yeah, and wasn't he behind the red line? He still got it on goal.
Yep. Postma under pressure from Lucic, pops it up to Soderberg. Soderberg the dangle, he shows and goes. Again, Party centers it. It comes all the way back and tumbles past Hamilton's reach. Hamilton scoops it cross corner. The Bruins will get a full change here.
A nice hesitation move by Soderberg.
Pastrnak strips the puck. Marchand's shot saved by Hutchinson. And the Bruins starting to find some openings thanks to the forecheck. 8.5 to go in the first period. The Bruins and Winnipeg Jets 0-0 at TD Garden.
Protection right there, Kevin Miller, and as Seidenberg comes across, he's able to just make that short little pass. The Bruins outnumber the Jets. This is that play that we talked about that reminded a little bit of Zdeno Chara. Using that long reach, long stick, gets to the puck, uses the short side to clear the zone, and then Morrow coming across from the middle of that blue line. He reads that quick up to the offensive blue line for Frolik, closes on him quick with good stick position.
Bartkowski the extension to get the puck to Pastrnak. Pasternak's shot and a save by Hutchinson. And Pastrnak goes to the corner, can't strip Mark Stewart, but Bergeron blocks the way up the wall. Scheifele with a couple of quick steps. Trouba picks up the puck in the corner. He averaged, Trouba did, 22.5 minutes of ice time last year, led all rookies. Here's Bergeron feeding Marchand to Pastrnak. Curling dragging a second chance, and what a save by Hutchinson. Sometimes those little hesitations that are almost accidents turn into brilliant goals, but that time Hutchinson was too good.
Well, brilliant goals because it throws off the rhythm of the save for the goaltender. He's getting into that butterfly all set for the drag snap, and when that doesn't happen, now you got to reset but still track the puck, and you might be in mid-move when that puck's on you. Great glove save, though, by Hutchinson on the good recovery snapshot. Right through Stewart that was labeled low to the glove side.
Those are 5 scoring chances. Pastrnak has 2 of them and has set up another one. There's Frolik. The low angle shot, and Rask gobbles that up. The faceoff will come to the Boston zone. So sometimes you see rookies get the opportunity and they never go back. It can happen.
Well, that's what you want, too. And, you know, what, 17, what did he play, 14, 15, something like that, games in the American Hockey League. And when you come up, the idea is when you're developing players that when you send them up, especially on non-emergency nights, so you hope they're never coming back.
Yep. What Tom McVie used to say is they're on those 20-hour bus rides. You don't like to ride the bus? Play better.
Just like a plane, longer runway.
The steal from Kelly to Griffith, but he clubs it off the heel of the stick. Postma headmans the puck to Frolik. He sings it around through the corner. Winnipeg wants a change. Matthew Perreault ties up Krug in the corner, but he gets help from Marchand, who comes back deep. Morrow steps to the corner, can't flip it past Bogosian. Krug blocks it out of the middle. Griffith off the dasher, and Campbell flattens the bouncing puck. Morrow cross-ice pass. Slater waiting in the weeds. His drive goes off Krug's stick. Comes out the other side. Morrow tries to go up the wall this time. Peluso ties up Paille. Campbell pries the puck loose. Morrow near the goal. Krug patches it on the forehand. One-handed takes the hit to move the puck. Morrow feeds it out to Paille. The Bruins escape a close call. Icing here, so they'll lock the gate and bring the players back.
Stop by the all-new Pro Shop, powered by Reebok, located on level 2 of the TD Garden, to check out the largest selection of Bruins and Celtics merchandise, including jerseys, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, jackets, and much, much more. For holiday store hours and additional information, please visit tdgarden.com/Pro Shop.
Break that cross-ice pass from Joe Morrow. He probably doesn't need a coach to lean over his shoulder and say, don't do that, huh? He probably knew as soon as he saw Slater appear.
Well, the Bruins were making a change, and he felt like it was his only option, but Slater was right in the way.
Andrew Ladd, down to Brian Little, a very underrated player. Stewart along the line. The long shot, and Little can't knock in the rebound. Trouba put it on the mark again, low to the far side. Little couldn't beat Rask on the rebound. Trouba, the quick step, he fires wide, a hard carom off the end boards. Little, head bounces over Stewart's stick back to center. Trouba through the seam, quickly moving it to Little. Wheeler on the net drive, and the blast goes wide of Rask all the way out to Erickson in the neutral zone. Dribbles it cross corner. Soderberg gets there first, takes a hit from Blitzen. Ladd scraping it away on the kick plate. And now Buckland backing to the red line and slinging it past Miller. Seidenberg has Erickson on the right, comes against the grain. Kevin Miller goes north and south. Soderberg on to Scheifele's stick. Mark Scheifele down into the corner. Miller tries to stick handle through Kane, can't do that. Kane's quick shot well wide on the glove side, but Bogosian knocks it down at the line. Slings it cross ice, flips it to come off the boards. Hustling Milan Lucic knocks it out to the neutral zone. Scheifele turns it right back to the Boston, and Lucic on the back check picks it off. Scheifele and Miller go shoulder to shoulder. Scheifele finds Bufflin, kicks to the stick, brings it back to Bogosian, fakes the shot. Bufflin far side looking for Scheifele, double team. Erickson from one side, Soderberg from the other, and Erickson's clipped, and he's going to go for tripping with 5:05 to go in the first. The Jets to the power play when the game resumes. I think I got a bone to pick with the NHL and NBC over pushing the Bruins out of the time slot that they created.
You?
Might have to tune in for that as I vent my spleen. Bruins have a penalty to kill here. Winnipeg 0 for 1 on the man advantage with just one shot on goal. Brian Little against Gregory Campbell, and Campbell wins the draw to start the penalty kill. Miller and Seidenberg on the end boards trying to protect the puck. Ladd gets it away. Perreault, cross ice, Bufflin has the turn stick. Fires forehand through both corners. Little back to Perreault around the perimeter. Bufflin's one-timer. Miller tips it up and over Rask. Actually a double deflection on the way toward goal. Here's Ladd, high near the middle of the blue line. Little in front for Ladd, but Seidenberg gets a stick on it. Ladd holds down by the hash marks. The Bruins unable to clear off the initial face-off win to begin the penalty kill. And Winnipeg enjoying some expanded zone time here. Ryan Little to the hash marks, forward to the goal line. Wheeler to Ladd, doesn't get much on the shot. Rask will take it with a trapper against his chest.
All right, we're on the 9th level, Jack, and you brought this point up right at the top of the opening face-off ice condition, especially in the first period. The quick turnaround time. You saw Seidenberg have a chance to clear the puck. He had time. It would never lay flat for him. It's a weak play up the boards. Easy keep in. And then Ladd tries to get open in that high slot where you usually expect a flat puck down a little bit on edge. So see, these are some of the adjustments you have to make.
And no disrespect intended to the TD Garden ice crew, which does an incredible job, and they've just got to play the schedule. Here's Marchand to Bergeron. That's off Trouba's stick, and it rattles wide. Kane bangs Marchand, and they tangle on the far side. Marchand and Kane are still going. I don't think Marchand wants any part of Kane. Anybody going on YouTube can find some pretty good punching from Kane. Here's Bufflin's drive, saved by Rask. Pop-up rebound, drops in the circle. Bergeron leaves his skates to try to clear the puck. Here's Bufflin, middle of the line. The wrist shot scores! Frelick might have tipped it in front. It hit something on the way through. But the Winnipeg Jets break on top with a power play goal.
Well, he's a unique talent, is Dustin Byfuglien, a big body, and I mean real big, and you have some options with him, particularly on the power play, whether you want to play forward, work him in the front of the net, on the back end for the big drive. He's got pretty good mobility, forward the size, and it's a pretty good wrist shot right here. The puck just had eyes through a sea of people. See if it actually does deflect off. Really tough to tell. That might have went straight in. Maybe a hit with Markowski, but nonetheless, it gets behind Rask. A 1-0 lead on the power play for the Jets. Should be Byfuglien's goal.
Slater skating in deep. Thorburn turns away from Soderberg right in front for Slater, but he couldn't stuff it in the open side. Lucic up to the line. Thorburn coming cross ice, takes it down out of the air. Slater a long
Winnipeg
way.
power play goal scored by number 33, Dustin Byfuglien. Assisted by number 9, Evander Kane. And number 55, Mark Shipley. Time of the goal, 16 minutes, 24 seconds.
Closing the shot, saved by Rask outside the crease.
Fourth goal of the season, a power play goal for Dustin Byfuglien, assisted by Evander Kane and Mark Shipley.
Well, the Jets are trying to build off a power play goal. Good follow-up shift. Lets them get a pretty good opportunity. One more look at the power play goal by Byfuglien. We saw the big slap shot one-timer. Rask able to read that, be well-positioned, and handle the drive. This little snapshot seems to dip a little bit, which is why we thought maybe it was redirected or got a piece of something. It might have been just a dipping snapshot from about 65 feet with good traffic.
Well, that Frisbee can't move, can it? Seidenberg has Marchand available on the left. Marchand, the one-touch pass to Miller up to the red line to Pasternak. Pasternak slings the backhand through the corner. Hutchinson cranks it around. Black can't control Pasternak. Not shy about firing the rubber toward goal. Gets an attacking zone faceoff.
Right, knows Hutchinson, who's, he shoots the puck as a righty. And he's behind his own net. He's going to go around the boards with it. And they almost count, one count, two count. And try to put it right back on goal before Hutchinson can get set. Heads up play.
Trouba north and south. Off Kane to Byfuglien. Byfuglien flies it to the corner, and Kane's there first against Hamilton. Leaves the puck behind, though. Scheifele goes in with a good hit on Hamilton. Hamilton scoots it to the near side. Byfuglien quickly on it. Now Scheifele in the corner. It eludes Bergeron. Long radius, and Bergeron's going to get a hooking call here. Scheifele maneuvers to the inside. Possession for Pasternak. But the Bruins once again are going to be shorthanded. They rule it holding, not hooking.
Jets doing a pretty good job, and again, make the point about feeding off the power play goal. Carried over 5-on-5. Free-hand grab by Bergeron, clearly a holding penalty. Scheifele doing a nice job in that one-on-one, able to get separation, and as the Bruins pick up all the other Jets, all Bergeron's left to do is just grab by the back of the jersey. The Bruins need a timely penalty kill right now.
Well, the book on Winnipeg coming in was stay out of the box because their power play has caught fire. The Bruins trail for just that reason.
Boston penalty number 37 to Bergeron, 2 minutes holding. And penalty 17 minutes 40 seconds. Bergeron, minor penalty for holding is 17:40.
Winnipeg has scored first 16 times now. Only Pittsburgh, which has done it 17 times, has scored first more often.
Yeah, when you're facing a hot power play, too, it's, the old adage in baseball, don't give them extra outs in an inning here. They get a chance to clear the zone. You got to make sure.
Erickson to Miller, the one-timer deflection goes wide, fifth side of Hutchinson. Boston has allowed the first goal 23 times now coming into tonight. Of the 6 teams that had allowed the first goal more often than that, only the remarkably resilient Montreal Canadiens are in a playoff position. The company the Bruins are keeping, allowing the first goal that many times: Toronto, Carolina, Colorado, Philadelphia, Edmonton.
I mean, only Toronto is in the playoff structure.
Has a sniff, right. And needless to say, the Bruins do not have the offensive explosiveness at this point in the season that Montreal has displayed. Canadiens, believe it or not, still have scored only 7 first-period goals. We're more than a quarter of the way into the season.
And traditionally, the Bruins, they make good evaluation. They make a good identify where their weaknesses are, and then try to address them in chances. We've seen that on that net front presence here the last 2 or 3 games. That's one area they're trying to get better at.
Bufflin throws it into the pile. Here's Trouba going deep. It deflects in the slot and up into the protective netting with a minute and a half to go in the first period.
And you got to assume that getting behind has certainly gotten their attention. So an area that also needs to be worked on.
Patrice Bergeron is 13 seconds off the team lead in shorthanded time on ice per game. Mostly because he's gotten, for him, an uncommon number of minors so far this season. He has spent a lot of time in the box. Bufflin on the half boards. Eriksson pulls the puck loose, banks it past Scheifele. So Trouba back to pick it up in a quiet TD Garden. Scheifele straight over the spoke B. Rolls it down to the
1 minute remaining in the period.
Disrupts it. Final minute of the first period. The Bruins have a 2-on-2 short-handed. Hamilton will join the rush with Kelly and Eriksson. Trouba puts the body on Kelly and takes the puck away. Trouba comes up the left wing past Kane to Frolik. He dribbles it ahead to Kane. Kane's shot challenges Rask, but he holds the short side and gathers the puck.
Well, Bruins have done a nice job for the first minute 40 of this 2-minute power play for the Jets. Going to finish this penalty kill off in style. They need to get a face-off right here. Gregory Campbell's going to be one of the players that will be on the ice for this. Bruins get one chance to send this puck down the ice. They'll be in real good shape to get Bergeron back out and finish this period. The last 20 seconds at even strength. Try to get into that locker room down just the one.
Another drop coming. Bruins have allowed 16 power play goals so far this season. 15 different players have been in the box for those 16 power play goals. Only Bergeron has had to make the, what do Pee-wees call it, the skate of shame. Out of the box, back to the bench after the opponent scores when you're in there for a penalty.
Campbell gets waved out. That's why we had the whistle. Now Paille's going to take the draw.
So he tries to jam against Ladd. Here's Wheeler. Seidenberg with Little on his back. Miller around to Paille. Spins it past Ladd. As we go to the final 20 seconds of the period.
Yeah, nice little exchange. Seidenberg and Miller down low.
One shot on goal during the power play. Seidenberg finds Bergeron. He just deflects the puck into the neutral zone. Bergeron gloves it down, slips to Griffith. Only 5 seconds to go, though. And Michael Hutchinson, who allowed the Bruins just 1 goal the only other time they faced them last April 10th, made some sparkling saves early, and Winnipeg capitalized on its power play late.
Well, the number of opportunities basically came from the Bergeron line. Pastrnak involved, obviously Marchand as well. The Bruins just didn't really have that sustained attack. I don't think they matched the skating game of Winnipeg. They're just a little bit... teams finishing the trip off in Arizona.
It was a turning point of the season last year for the Bruins. They really suffered in a couple of games back-to-back, Anaheim and LA, and they got the message. They realized what they were going to have to do to be one of the NHL's elite teams, and they went there the rest of the season.
Yeah, they pulled out that 1-0 win in San Jose.
San Jose was a huge game. So we hope you'll be with us all next week. Late night hockey on NESN. All those games on NESN. Ryan Little brings the puck back to Mark Stewart. Sizzles the pass to Jacob Trouba. He snaps it down to the corner. Little picks it up there. It's loose in the slot. And Ladd to Little. He couldn't get anything on it. Lucic cross ice to Eriksson. Eriksson slings it around and rattles past Hutchinson. Here's Lucic with the puck. Second chance, wraps it to Hamilton. Hamilton scoops past Ladd and fires in middle. It's off. Trouba loose in front, and Hutchinson dives on the puck.
Fans of the Bruins in some minutes.
Game summary, by the way, brought to you by your New England Chevy.
Nice little move by Dougie Hamilton out of that right point. Lucic had a play to the high slot, just couldn't quite get a handle of the puck, so he's forced to go back to the right point. Not a bad play, possession play, and then Dougie Hamilton uses that explosive off the dime, down the wall, self-pass, and then try to make a play through the crease.
By the way, I misspoke about the number of times the Bruins have allowed the first goal. It's not 22. I don't know where that came from. I did grow up in the 60s. But it's now 14 times.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're gluten-free now.
Yeah, but there's Bartkowski's shot rattling around, but their relative position is correct with the number of teams below them. Here's Marchand bringing it back to Hamilton. The shot now, leg saved by Hutchinson. Bartkowski off the boards. Pasternak's shot and a blocker stop by Hutchinson. Bergeron trickles the puck to the corner. Pastrnak dives in there, gets the puck. Tough pass for Bartkowski to handle. He slings it intentionally wide. Pastrnak turns on a dime, tries to slip it to Bergeron next to the post. He trips over the stick of Zach Bogosian. Not much Bogosian could do about it, but he had the stick in the wrong place at the wrong time, so he'll go for tripping.
And how about Pastrnak? Just continues to make plays.
Yeah.
Makes plays all over the offensive zone. Has a nose for the puck. The puck's finding him. Is the stick work by Bogosian between the legs, or certainly between the skates. Bergeron goes down. Bruins trail this game because a foul play goal by Buffalo. A chance to answer that right now, here early in the second period.
Power play brought to you by your New England Mazda dealers, in the crowd bringing some noise into the building. Bergeron to Soderberg to Griffith. Along the line to Torrey Krug. Now it's Louis Eriksson. So all five players already touching the puck. And a high slot tip by Bergeron. Slides wide. Griffith, saucer pass. Krug handles in the skates. Bounces it over to Eriksson. To Bergeron coming close to the puck. Eriksson closes down low. Soderberg turns and jams, but Hutchinson denies it with Trouba. Bergeron's got a save. Rebound. Soderberg off the skirt of the net, just wide of the post. Griffith pulls it all the way to the line. Krug bunts it over to Eriksson. Eriksson takes a hit from Ladd. Ladd gets the puck and clears the backhand.
Not a bad idea by Eriksson to bring Ladd to him, spin off and make the backhand pass back to Krug at the point. Just fanned on it.
Krug, quick couple of steps. Off the boards past Marchand. Hutchinson handles the puck. Marchand to Krug, the one-timer save. Hutchinson, Lucic jamming, but he gets ridden off the puck on Klitzum's check.
A second rebound opportunity chance for the power play units.
Marchand to Lucic, drops it to Hamilton. He closes the shot, saved by Hutchinson, coming out to break down the angle.
Well, the Bruins use that possession play to Bergeron, and then they look for him for that high redirect, that play that you saw Detroit, kind of make earlier, years ago. Not sure exactly when it became in vogue, and then they went for that simple overload. And when they work that play into that high slot for the one-timer for Bergeron, it's labeled the rebound. And Soderberg does a nice job of coming off the goal line to get to the front of the net. And he tried to extend and beat Hutchinson to that far post.
4 shots on goal already during this power play for the Bruins.
And you really don't have a chance for leverage in that situation, Jack. If you're wondering, why doesn't he just get it up in the air? Well, it's too hard. The puck's too far out in front of it. You have no chance to chip it.
Little wins the face-off against Marchand. Hamilton dribbles it forward. Marchand tosses it, and it bounces all the way through to Lucic. Backhands it up the slot, and Little throws the snow over the bank. Riley Smith forward to Lucic. He's got Pastrnak racing up the right side. Crisscrosses into the zone, gives to Hamilton with Lucic setting up in front of the goal. Back to Marchand. The shot saved by Hutchinson. Postma on the block, but he can't clear the zone. Smith, quick couple of steps away from Frolik. Takes the bump on the boards. Sends it back to Marchand in the rotation. Now Smith coming off the half-board. Stick handles towards Stewart. Brings it back to Marchand. To Smith. Takes the shot off Stewart. Hits back glass. Hamilton on the backhand. 5 seconds to go on Bogosian's penalty. Marchand steers it far side. Lucic has to hustle for the puck as Seidenberg was changing it on the ice. And Marchand runs himself into the boards. That looks like it hurt. Hutchinson has to make a save. The puck comes up and over the glass, but it's on a deflection, I believe. And the face-off out of the neutral zone.
Good stick by Pastrnak on the back check. And before the puck's out of the defensive zone for Winnipeg, there's a turnover. Bruins trying to complete a line change late in the power play. Just not enough communication there on that trip pass, just the space. And then Pastrnak with the steal and the quick counterattack. He's looking to make a play. He's able to step around for a league. There's really no better option than to shoot it. You're inside the tops of the circle. He gets the puck to the net, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's done so 5 times in this game already. Four-man battle for the puck at the end boards. Mark Scheifele comes away with it, but Gagne seals off his route along the board. Scheifele tries the other side and finds Paul Postma up for Bufflin, but Barkowski chops down on his stick. Party to Scheifele up the left wing. Kane hoists it cross corner. Barkowski tries to drag it along one-handed, but can't. Scheifele on the check. Now it's Paille slipping it to Campbell, coming all the way past the dot to make himself available. He tosses through Postman's corner. Michael Hutchinson off Campbell. It bounces right into the slot. Paille gets the puck off edge. Blocks the backhand down the Party's corner. Scheifele straight ahead. And that's going to go for icing.
Give the gift of Bruins hockey this holiday season. Go online to the Bruins Holiday Gift Guide presented by TD Bank to find the perfect present for every fan on your list, including individual game tickets, 3 game plans, great Bruins gear, and much more. Get shopping tonight by visiting bostonbruins.com/gift guide.
Thrown out of a face-off, so Marchand will have to take it against Scheifele. Pastrnak trying to rip the puck out of the skates and does to Bergeron. He closes. The shot goes off. Maybe Marchand jamming in front. Hamilton can't get the shot off. Seidenberg the reach across the line to keep the puck in the attacking zone. Off the corner boards. Pastrnak trying to wiggle against Postma. Hamilton jumps forward to Rob Kane to the puck. Marchand cross ice. Seidenberg takes it on the tap off the wall. Pastrnak good hands. Wheeling it to Bergeron. Gets through the referee. Finds Pastrnak forward to the goal line. Back to Hamilton. It springs off his stick. Postma in the corner. Marchand blocks it with the skates. Good forechecking. Gives the Bruins some extended zone time here. Pastrnak into the corner. Marchand the wiggle at the hash marks. Hamilton's wrist shot off the stick. Hits the corner boards. And after a minute in their own zone, the Jets ice the puck, and the Bruins will be well served to hustle back up the ice. Get ready for the next drop.
Yeah, keep an eye on their bench. They may have to burn a timeout right here, depending on how long they think that that line's been on the ice and how much energy they've expended. Good pressure.
That's what's going to happen. Brick, as a guy who made his living as an NHL forward, what is the special talent or determination, or what is it that David Pastrnak has that allows him to get so many shots off from such tight seams with such little room?
Well, first of all, it's an understanding of where he is in the offensive zone, and everything's been accurate. Everything's been at the net. It's been between the posts for the most part. He has the willingness to shoot the puck, but you also see, along with that, his ability to make quick passes, short passes, in close, tight areas. A little misdirection when he has the puck, but it's anticipation. It's knowing where to be in the offensive zone before it gets there in order to put yourself in a position to get a shot on goal. Good net drive, had a redirect. There's a good stick there. He's looking to make a play. If the play's not there, quick recovery, even though he fumbles the puck in that shot right through Mark Stewart. Now anticipate where the shot's going to come. If there's no lane to the net, I'm going to go off that short side because it's a possession play on the short side of the goal. Leads to the power play with the trip of Bergeron. There's the steal. He's got his eyes up, head up. He's looking. Put that puck off your right hip. Keep it in a shooting position. The minute you get in the shooting areas, and you can make plays from there, but if there's no play, rip it at the net.
This comes off the leg, and Evander Kane has a break. The puck too far out in front, and Rask pokes it away from him. Eriksson tries to send Soderberg forward. Seidenberg deep in the Boston zone. Kevin Miller, the long diagonal behind Eriksson, ahead of Lucic. It's off the boards, and it goes for icing.
We saw the Bruins give up a goal in Columbus on a similar play where you have a puck in the offensive zone. This one came off a face-off. Well, you work it back to the point. It's a bouncing puck, and Seidenberg's just trying to go down the wall, but you want that 100%. You want that in for sure. And unfortunately, it gets blocked, and Kane has a chance for the breakaway, and Rask timed it beautifully.
Paul Maurice's top line on the ice for Winnipeg. Blake Wheeler brings it back to Klitzum. It gets deflected out of the front. Ladd knocks it down, but Seidenberg's on his back. Soderberg can't clear the zone. Eriksson taps back to Miller. Goes in direct to Louis Eriksson. Banks it for Soderberg. Soderberg slings it deep into the zone. Lucic charging down the wing against Klitzum. Centers it all the way back to Hamilton. Fakes the pass, now takes the shot. Soderberg had it in his body. He gets caved in on Bogosian's hit. Might have caught an edge down toward the corner. Eriksson stumbles. Hamilton with a stand-up hit against Ladd, but here's Wheeler with the big stride. Blake Wheeler A-frames against the boards. Sizzles the pass, but it skips on Bogosian. Bogosian all the way around for Wheeler. He's got Klitzum back at the point. Wheeler coming nearby. Now a little off the half boards, but he gained control with the puck in his skates. Hamilton around for Soderberg. Soderberg takes a hit from Bogosian. Lucic is there. Eriksson taps laterally to Hamilton. Mark Stewart scrapes it off his stick. The Bruins will get a quick change of forwards.
Well, some ozone time for the Winnipeg Jets, Jack. When Bartkowski closes on Wheeler, he's got to come up with that puck after the body contact, not back off.
Bartkowski caves in Frolik in the corner. Matthew Perreault spins it off Frolik's skates. Perreault gets it back, dribbles it to Frolik forward to the goal line. Haluschuk setting up near the post as Frolik goes on a tour of the attacking zone, but gives it away to Joe Morrow. Up off the glass, but not out. Kelly does clear. Now Haluschuk wants a quick re-entry. Gives it to Trouba. The puck rushing defenseman goes all the way around. One hand's into the middle. Now he's on the wrong side of the puck. Kelly goes cross ice, but it's behind Griffith. Smith sends it past Stewart into the corner. Trouba back behind his own goal line. Perreault pivots, slings it right to Kevin Miller. Miller ahead to Gregory Campbell. Campbell stick handles the backhand glove save by Hutchinson with 11:47 to go in the second. Winnipeg clinging to a 1-0 lead at TD Garden. Watching sports all day, because you can do other things while you're watching sports.
For example?
Well, we're not on after 10 o'clock yet, so
I was going to go other, shoveling.
Are you a left-handed shoveler?
No.
So right hand low on the shovel. Down to the right side line. If I had any kind of hockey career. I'm a right-hand shoveler too.
I'm Andy.
Doesn't make you a bad person.
No, I can pay that guy with a snowplow with either hand.
Attaboy. And that's why you've lasted so long and why I'm wearing out so fast. Paille can't clear past Postman. Gagne rips it around through the corner and hops past Hutchinson. Kane on the spoked B. Mark Scheifele sends it into Bartkowski's corner. Bartkowski walks over and Hamilton taps the puck loose. Now Bergeron in a race forward against Bufflin. Bergeron gets it up the boards, but Trouba dribbles it high slot. Hamilton has Marchand available on the right. Comes through the seam to Bergeron. Twisted to Pastrnak. Cuts to the inside, but the puck bounces up and Scheifele sends Bufflin in alone. Bufflin holds off Bartkowski, and that prevents him from getting off a shot. Hamilton clears it out of the middle. Trouba hustles down through the corner. Fires it out past Scheifele all the way to Stewart. His wrist shot skips off the corner boards. Marchand knocks it down for Bergeron, who spins it clear.
Well, even though both Bruins allow that breakaway to Bufflin, Bartkowski has enough skating skill and enough to just disrupt Bufflin from making any kind of move, anything he wanted to do in the track.
Mark Stewart twirls it wide, hops over Ladd's stick, and this is icing against Boston.
Now this happens a little too frequently, really. If you watch the Bruins play, you see Bartkowski. He's at that left point. He knows that there's a turnover coming. He puts his head down. He starts making a beeline back, and because he did that, he's able to do enough to disrupt Buffalo. But you got to have a little bit more awareness that that's a possibility, and maybe moving a little bit more towards center field, if you will, along that blue line.
Buffalo seemed pretty preoccupied with Bartkowski on the way back. Going for the stick lift before attempting the shot and never got the shot off. Ladd to the hash marks the short pass to Wheeler, gets double teamed by Soderberg and Bartkowski. Lucic checks Ladd, the puck to Klitzum, the wrist shot loose in the pile, and Little can't kick it loose. Rask controls, 9.5 to go. Second period. The Bruins have been chasing the game, still down one.
Change direction. Does it hit anything before it gets to Rask? Or doesn't look like it. Just looks like it dipped a little bit on the snapshot for Buffalo.
Sails through. Vote for your favorite exciting rewind and enter the mortgage sweepstakes. Each month, Berkshire will give away great prizes, and at the end of the season, one winner will have their mortgage paid for a year. Go to NESN.com/Berkshire Bank for details. Life is exciting. Let Berkshire Bank help. Little, Wheeler, and Ladd, the power line for Paul Maurice's Winnipeg Jets. Kevin Miller backhands it up the boards. Carl Soderberg takes the hit from Grant Klitzum. Now comes up with the puck, flips it high, but Bogosian gloves it down and gives to Little, the center, coming all the way back behind his defenseman. Little does a lot of things well. Has really good hands, too. He's had some nice showings against the Bruins, even back to the days in Atlanta. Soderberg takes the hit to move it back to Miller along the line. Seidenberg fires loose in front. Eriksson showing a circus move, but he couldn't pull it inside the post. Little slings it over to Wheeler. He lifts the backhand into Miller's corner, and Winnipeg gets a quick change.
Eriksson had to pull that puck from the top of the crease on his back end of his stick and then reach through his legs on his forehand side.
Perreault up the boards. Bartkowski pitches in, but he can't stop the pass from exiting the zone. Haluschuk cross ice. Here's Trouba, the defenseman, again racing down the right wing. Lucic with a big hit on Haluschuk. Lucic has been effective with the body tonight. Krug snaps it around the roulette wheel, and it clips down for Lucic. Lucic working it back of the goal, but Trouba picks his pocket. Sends it up for Frolik. Kelly on the angle in the effort to take the body away. As the puck goes loose to the corner. Morrow turns it up the boards. Kelly with the bump on Perreault. Haluschuk stops the backhand indirect to Postma along the line. Past Party decides to play it on the bounce. Trickles it toward the front. Perreault turns backhand forehand, and Morrow kicks it out of the slot. Kelly takes the hit from Peluso to move it back to the Boston goal. Krug indirect all the way to the attacking line. Smith in a puck battle, but Party wins that, the much bigger body. Rask wrists it around through the corner. It's off Smith, drops for Thorburn. Thorburn trying to step through traffic. Here's Party, fakes the shot, goes deep, rifles it across the slot, nobody home. Riley Smith carries it up, takes a huge hit from Slater. Well, the fourth line for Winnipeg having a good energy shift, making a lot of body contact.
You know, we talked too about flying the zone once in a while for the Boston Bruins. You certainly see the Canadians using a lot. Riley Smith driving.
Miller shoves it forward. Gregory Campbell tosses the puck off Paille's hip. Campbell gets it deep. Paille the stick check on Klitzum, keeps the rush alive for Boston. Klitzum underneath Campbell's blade. Seidenberg all the way across the red line, holds off Bufflin, now shoves the puck forward. Bogosian, Paille's too quick. He closes, leaves it in the slot for Gagne. It comes back to the dot. Kane can't split the seam. Hamilton flattens the puck. 6.5 to go in the second. Bruins still looking to crack the ice against Winnipeg. Kane shoves the puck through the crease, nobody home. Scheifele working out of the left wing corner. Sips it back to Stewart. Stewart to Scheifele. Nifty move. Comes cross ice off the boards. Here's Truman. The defenseman in from the right point again. Borchard trying to calm things down, but the puck won't cooperate with him. Hops around like a Mexican jumping bean back there. Bartkowski finally finds it and emerges to skate it out of the zone. Bartkowski up the left wing, steps past Trouba's hit, centering pass off the boards. Pastrnak rips it on goal, and Hutchinson gloves it to take the face-off. About 6 to go in the second. Louis Eriksson getting creative, but getting denied.
Pups calendar. Now this calendar features several Bruins players with their own dogs or dogs who are available for adoption through the MSPCA Angel. You can pick up one of these calendars at the official Pro Shop powered by Reebok, as well as kiosks at TD Garden and the Bruins Foundation table. 100% of the proceeds from this calendar will benefit the Bruins Foundation, and a donation will be made to the MSPCA Angel. Jack, I think this makes a perfect holiday gift.
It will look lovely above Stanley Pup's dish. Seidenberg intentionally wide. Marchand scooting through the corner. Pastrnak rotating back. Seidenberg, the knockdown tip by Bergeron, and Hutchinson makes a nice positional save. Ladd runs into Miller's bump. Now here's Little on the off wing. Seidenberg with the shot block. Seidenberg gives him a shove. Wheeler, the short pass to Ladd, and Rask makes the save on Ladd's one-timer. Little forward of the goal line, working against Seidenberg. Slides it back to Stewart. The snap pass bounces on Trouba. Wheeler off Miller's skate. Pastrnak gathers in the puck. Sees the hit coming from Slater. Winnipeg wants a change. Marchand spins away from Thorburn. Drifts the puck over to Seidenberg. Soderberg redirects the puck to the corner. Lucic comes all the way to the near side wing to help out Soderberg, who slings it on goal. Lucic finishes off his hit on Bogosian. Soderberg past Lucic, and Klitzen takes it. Indirect for Slater. Good read from Krug. Up off glass and out of the zone. Peluso on the bouncer, but Morrow whacks it out of his skates. 4.5 to go in the second, and again, TD Garden has gone quiet. Not too much holiday cheer here as the Bruins struggle for offense. Eriksson tapped back to the corner, puts him in Soderberg there. Eriksson shielding the puck from Perreault. Thorburn lifts the backhand out, and it tumbles wide of rack.
Well, we've seen the Bruins a number of times tonight in one-on-one coverage as far as being in the offensive zone. They've been able to get some separation. Maybe they try that third forward out high, that high triangle out by the blue line. We've seen Buffalo do it. It frees up Trouba to go weak side. Maybe the Bruins try that, see how they try to defend the job.
Find a way. Rask to Lucic, can't handle it. The turnaround try from Halischuk for a leak on the rebound, but Rask covers up.
Don't miss exciting ACC football live on NESN this weekend. Bowl-eligible Boston College plays host to Syracuse. Our coverage begins tomorrow at 12:30. Halischuk's going to get this puck on the back check. Little spinorama slapper from between the dot and the tops of the circle. To use your phrase, Jack, kind of handcuffed Tuukka a little bit. He was well positioned, kind of caught him by that left arm. There's a rebound there momentarily.
Well, Halischuk started out with New Jersey. Went to Nashville in a deal involving Jason Arnott. Name from the past. Bartkowski does not connect, but the puck was deflected off a Winnipeg stick, so no icing. 3.5 to go in the second period. Bufflin hammers it cross ice. Hamilton on a tumbling puck. Scheifele angles inside, tries to pick the corner, but he couldn't get it under the bar. Hamilton around through the corner. Bufflin seals it off. Kelly can't control the puck. Here's Kane along the goal line, tumbling puck, and he snaps the backhand across the crease. Trouba's shot off the leg, up over the high glass.
Catching all new instigators tonight following NESN Sports Today. Jack, Billy, and myself will debate the latest hot topics from around the NHL. The gloves come off tonight on the Instigators, presented by the Electric Supply Center, driven to help you compete.
We got a couple of tasty subjects tonight. Looking forward to it.
Nice turn of a phrase on the day after Thanksgiving.
No leftovers then. It'll all be fresh. Here's Pastrnak. He's got Marchand on the left. Gives it to him with Bergeron filling in the middle. The puck explodes on Marchand. Again, the Celtics played this afternoon Now Bergeron gets taken, Marchand gets taken hard to the boards. And we're going to get a call against Winnipeg here.
Yeah, Stewart's going to make his way to the
number
box.
5, rough.
Going to call it a roughing penalty. That puck was bouncing all over the place coming through the neutral zone. Pasternak's initial pass and escapes of Marchand, and then solid body contact, certainly from the opinion of Mark Stewart. Thought it was a good, hard hockey hit, but the referees felt it was a rough, and he'll go to the box.
Might share that opinion with Mark Stewart. He's caveman strong. He used to get penalties like that when he was playing for Boston for just overpowering somebody, and Marchand, being much the lighter player, just went flying into the boards. Really kind of hard to find something wrong with that hit. Slater, quick and determined. 4 years at Michigan State. Rask tumbles it out to Griffith. Now Torrey Krug, who also was a Spartan. Kane picks his pocket. Kane's got a shorty this year. He closes on Rask, and Rask robs it.
Make that save count on this power play.
Griffith leads for Krug. Leads out Soderberg. Soderberg, the self-pass through Trouba. Cracks it around past Eriksson. Pastrnak, the quick pass to Eriksson. His pass intended for Griffith gets deflected, and Wheeler will give Griffith a good race for his money. Krug to Griffith, and here comes Ladd. Back to Krug. He's got an opening. Gives to Pastrnak. The Bruins' first-round draft choice from last June gets stood up, Klitzen, but Pastrnak stays with it. Finds Lucic. He sizzles it across the crease. Smith keeps the puck in the attacking zone. Lugs it past Ladd to the dot to Pastrnak. The shovel to Hamilton. The wrist shot deflects and loops over the goal. Marchand slings it off the boards. Hamilton comes off the wall. Now gives to Marchand, to Hamilton, past the dot. Smith, but it's off the referee's skate blades. A break for Boston as it came right back to Smith. Tumbling puck. Hamilton keeps it on the line. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Hamilton stick handles low right through Lucic. Locked up against Bogosian in the crease. Final minute of the second period. Hamilton, high pass. Smith gloves it down. Marchand to Pastrnak, the drive. Hits Bogosian, and he conceals the puck between his knees right outside the crease.
Pretty good idea by this power play unit. Little without his stick. They try to isolate him a couple of different times in order to make nice short passes to set up one-timers. It's Smith and Hamilton working the points. Pasternak's going to work the slot area, get set up for the one-timer. Bogosian just right in the way. Well-executed triangle. Marchand able to find Pastrnak with Lucic trying to get to the front of that. That's a big shot block. Little clock awareness now if you're Boston. 9 seconds to go in the power play. Under a minute. A one-goal game. Be aware of Stewart coming out of the box. Even if he's just going to the bench, for a forward to come out, you got to be aware.
It has been 23 games since Mark Stewart has scored, but a player is a player, and at this level, everybody's got talent. Deflected pass goes wide of the stick side post. Stewart is out of the box. Seidenberg strokes it off the end board. Hamilton gloves the puck down at the point, knocks it into the slot. Trouba with patience hoists it up. Seidenberg swats it right on contact with the ice. 15 seconds to go in the period. Seidenberg, north and south, a spinner off Paille's stick. Campbell's quick shot and a save by Hutchinson. Hamilton rams it off a leg, and that'll bleed the clock dry in the second period. Bruins have attempted 22 shots on goal through the first 40 minutes, but Michael Hutchinson, in 5+ periods against the Boston Bruins lifetime, has allowed just one goal.
And maybe his best save was the last one. Yeah. When Campbell was able to jump on that loose puck, good example of playing all the way to the buzzer, no matter whether it's first period, second period, the end of the hockey game. Got a good snapshot away that Hutchinson had to get with the blocker.
New England Chevy dealers. Sunday, the Bruins will fly out to Orange County, where they'll play Anaheim and then LA back-to-back. They need a couple of points. Mark Stewart hammers the puck around for Andrew Ladd. David Pastrnak, who leads all players with 6 shots on goal tonight, gets it in deep. Lucic disrupts the flow. Soderberg with a drive. And that comes up high on Brian Little, and he is down on his face, reaching for his leg.
Can't lose this guy. You know, you talk about the Bruins and the losses that they've had in terms of the injuries. Chara and Krejci most notable, but a guy like Little going down, when you take a look at their centers, when you talk about down the middle, Little, Scheifele, Perreault, and Slater. So if you lose a guy like Little between Ladd and Wheeler, I mean, that's their best offensive option. Yeah. Very good players, real good line, good chemistry, difference makers on the scoreboard, and he's in some pain.
He's also their third-ranked forward in terms of shorthanded time on ice per game. Does a lot of penalty.
Yeah, pretty complete player. And then turnover, Soderberg just steps into this thing, and that's a thigh-high fastball. You get a lot on that when you're in motion, moving towards the puck, and it's a one-timer. And even though you're close in proximity, we had this discussion years ago, talking about how fast the puck is traveling. You would think if you're closer to the puck, it doesn't have time to reach its maximum velocity. But you bet you didn't.
Yeah, it actually starts losing speed the moment it leaves the stick, but it doesn't feel that way, does it? Grant clips him off the stick, and that one bounces into the aisle about 4 rows high. The crowd always subdued after a player gets helped down the tunnel like that. Brian Little, he's a number 12 overall draft choice, but he was number 12 overall to the Atlanta Thrashers. So not a lot of people have been aware of how good this guy's been for how long, but even when Atlanta was suffering, Brick, you were always pointing out the good plays he makes away from the puck and set up the rest of his game. So we'll see if he can return and how Winnipeg is going to have to patch the hole while he's away.
He's an older player now, a more experienced player, and knows how to play to his strengths. Makes him a top center on this team.
Turned 27 on the 12th of November. If you're just joining us across the top of the hour, here's Chris Kelly with a break and Seth Griffith going middle. Riley Smith, shot, glove, save, Michael Hutchinson. And Hutchinson is emerging as one of the stories of the night. Hutchinson was chosen by the Bruins in the 3rd round in 2008, number 77 overall. There just wasn't enough room for him here.
Well, it's actually Riley Smith that forces the turnover. He's the one that's going to get the scoring chance. The net drive by Griffith, the heads-up feed by Kelly, the lack of awareness by Winnipeg to pick up Smith after he created the turnover leads to a good scoring chance. But the best opportunities for Boston tonight have really been, you heard Joe Sacco talking about, we got to get to the crease, so you're looking for that second chance opportunity.
Morrow turns and drives it into Frolik's legs. Perreault on the rush, 2-on-1 with Frolik. Perreault turns and fires it just wide of the stick side post. Party takes a hit from Kelly to get the puck in deep again. Griffith in front of the Boston goal to Morrow, now to Kelly. Goes wing to wing to Morrow on the pivot. The defenseman slings it around through both corners. Chris Kelly sidesteps Party's big hit. Party flattens himself against the boards. Kosma up to Frolik, indirect out of the zone. Haluschuk sends the puck deep, and Winnipeg changes out. Gagne pivots it past Wheeler, but Stewart is there. The alternate captain around to Trouba. Gagne intercepts. Trouba gets a second chance up the middle for Ladd. Ladd has Wheeler on the right, gets it through Seidenberg, elbow high. Wheeler right through the crease. Stewart all the way around. Against Trouba. Ladd comes off the boards, fires it into Gagne's legs. Rask a positional save as the puck skipped up, hit him in the chest. Trouba's shot dribbles wide. Pastrnak and Wheeler chew on one down in the corner. There's Ladd trying to pivot through Seidenberg. Campbell one hands it up toward the dot. Ladd bangs Campbell. Paille carries in space. The Bruins are looking for a change. Paille delays and then softly off the boards, and Boston gets fresh legs. Hamilton holds, draws Bufflin, splits the seam to Lucic. He's got Soderberg racing up the left, gives it to him and drives the net. Lucic! Milan Lucic powering up the wing, saw Soderberg flying up the boards, drove the net, and the mid-air tipping finish. It's 1-1.
Got to get to the crease. Lucic, get your feet moving. That's a great isolation look right there. Lucic about getting your feet moving. The skating game. It really wasn't where it needed to be in the opening 20. Got better in the second period. And that's a classic example of what Lucic can mean. And it was a perfectly delivered pass by Soderberg. And it started with a breakout by Hamilton.
Lucic going over against Scheifele. Bogosian off the end boards to Klitzen. Klitzen up the middle for Kane. Hamilton does not connect. Here's Bachman racing ahead. The shot. Saved by
Boston goal
Rask.
scored by number 17.
It's not how many you stop, it's when you stop. And Dustin Byfuglien can
Assisted by number 34, Carl Soderberg.
Klitzen.
And number
Moves it
27,
toward Rask
Dougie
and closes it down.
Hamilton.
And
I
Winnipeg
want
wants
to go
special
over
Hamilton went for the steal in the body in the neutral zone
Fifth
against
goal of the
Kane.
season for Philadelphia.
Didn't get it either, and that led to another
Assisted by
offensive.
Carl Soderberg and Dougie Hamilton at 3-5.
It's for Frolik. Frolik has Halicchuk driving the net over to Perreault, but Bergeron is there to poke away the pass. And here comes Pasternak 3-on-2. The triangle forward of Morrow, the right there. Pasternak in front from Marchand, but Truba knocks it away, and then they go at TD Garden. Here comes Frolik. Taps it past Bergeron. Frolik chops at the puck. Now Pasternak out of the right wing corner in the defensive zone, but Adam Party takes it away. Scoots around. Bergeron sends it right into Smith. He takes a pretty manly hit and stick handles forward to Pasternak. He digs. A stick check from Party breaks it up. Tremendous amount of energy in this building right now. Seidenberg getting sandwiched. Loses control of the puck. Blake Wheeler strides into the Boston zone. Andrew last shot. No tip on the way through. And Rask cracks it well. Miller wins the puck battle against Ladd. Smith over the sideline. Let's go Bruins. The chant for the 17,565. Seidenberg into the front. Off Kelly's leg. Miller down to the hash marks. Off the headboards. Griffith keeps it moving. Smith shields the puck against Slater. Slater throws a leg at the puck. Smith eats it and looks for help. Gets it from Griffith. Griffith through the seam to Miller. Miller closes the wrist shot. Sails over the bar. Hits a high glass. Seidenberg bounces it down into Bogosian's corner. Griffith with the bump. The centering attempt from Smith. Kelly swoops through to win it. Seidenberg's wrist shot off the body. Comes off the corner boards. Ladd up to the blue line, but not out. Miller rolls it deep.
Good pressure by that Kelly line, and a lot of it was Smith and Pasternak that was doing the work. They had the 2-on-1. It was a result of a strong stick by Smith.
Blitzing wing to wing, but Bartkowski matches the speed. Byfuglien on a tour of the attacking zone, gives the Party in the reverse. The shot, Kane saved by Rask. Rebound tumbles loose, and Rask manages to poke it past the post. Byfuglien to Kane, the wraparound. Two chances, and Rask shuts the door. 13:56 to go in the game, and all of a sudden, the Bruins have a spark. Now with new lower auto insurance rates for Massachusetts drivers.
Nice pass by Dougie Hamilton to start this, and a little crisscross through the neutral zone between Lucic and Soderberg. Soderberg's going to go in this direction. Lucic is going to come back in, and here's the problem for Winnipeg. The back check, not good enough, but what is good enough is the net drive in the one-on-one battle by Lucic, and then he gives Soderberg a perfect target for the redirect. Great effort, breakout speed through the neutral zone, creative coming across the blue line, and a net drive.
Truma's wrist shot, knocked down in front. Rask paddles it to the corner. Kane turns to the forehand, brings it back to Byfuglien. Byfuglien through Kelly's stick. Bartkowski recovers and taps over to Hamilton, but the puck bounces on it. Stewart kicks it down the wall. Kelly strokes it off the end board. Bartkowski a couple of quick steps. Now Eriksson against the flow. Byfuglien, a huge hit, knocks Hamilton backwards. And Dougie Hamilton is no shrimp. He goes 6'5" and 199.
Well, the Bruins seem to be in pretty good shape when Bartkowski circled the net, used his speed to get a little separation when he lays the puck to Eriksson. Eriksson makes the decision to go back against the grain. He kind of puts Hamilton in a spot where really all he's got is hard off the glass.
Klitzen flat against the end glass, and it smacks. It's loose underneath. Rask still comes loose, and Louis Eriksson finds it to flip it free. What do you do in a mad scramble like that, Brett?
find the puck.
Simple as that. Got 4 200-pound men with razor-sharp blades on their legs, all after it at once. Lucic, Perreault intercepts. Bogosian drops into his own zone, now changes direction, gets a step, but Lucic closes it down. Lucic has been physically involved all night, and he has the game-tying goal. Torrey Krug on his horse. Blitzen gets a stick in the buckle. Here's Eriksson, who just made that nice defensive play out of the crease. Krug down the wall, rattles around past Soderberg. Lucic powers off the end boards, and Bogosian plants it. Here's Eriksson slipping to Lucic quickly back onto his skates, turns, fires, double deflection off of Slater and Soderberg, and Hutchinson makes a positional save.
Heads up play by Lucic, had no play to the point. They were overplaying. Even the back diagonal wasn't there. Throw it at the goal.
Marchand to Bergeron, all this because Krug threw a hip into Ladd. Here's Pastrnak. His shot blocked down by Trouba. Pastrnak gets it like Velcro, the backhand, and a glove stop by Hutchinson. And Slater's poking away at Marchand. Marchand jabs right back.
Yeah, not a trade you want to make right now if you're Marchand. More valuable, perhaps. Certainly from our perspective to the Bruins than Slater is right now in this hockey game. Face-off win. The Jets with the drive. Man scrambles on, and this is where you try to take people out, but stay within the rules. Somebody's got to locate this puck, and it's Louis Eriksson. We talk about his good stick all the time. There's key there.
Bergeron wins the draw with a second effort, but Miller can't keep it in. Kane's in low. Here comes Seidenberg. Kane shot wide on the stick side. Seidenberg limited his options, and Rask came out to break down the angle. Who's going to take a perfect shot to beat Tuukka Rask. Stewart's shot flips into the protective netting behind Rask.
Miller's going to try to keep this bouncing, spinning puck in at the right point. When he doesn't, Kane's the opportunist. Takes off that long, powerful, fast stride. Gets himself into a shooting area. And you're right, Jax. I knew Cypher did a pretty good job on an angle. Didn't allow him that pump fake and pull in the backhand. He was forced to take the shot. Rask is able to read it. The only option really Kane had, perhaps, was that pump fake and still stay before him.
Chuck on the bouncing puck, and Rask makes the stop. And again, no disrespect intended to the ice crew. They've got to do what the schedule says they got to do. The first pass with the Zamboni after the insulating layer from the Celtics game came off was at 5:23. The game began at 7:08, and the ice is paying the price right now. You can see on Miller's effort, the puck wouldn't sit flat and exploded. There could be a lot of those moments in the last 11 and a half minutes.
Yeah, maybe you rethink that. You want to stand in at that blue line, but if it's bouncing to that degree, you're better off just kind of backpedaling a little bit and take a conservative approach. Easier said than done up here.
Kelly against Party in the corner. Smith tries to shove it middle. Perreault flings the backhand. Morrow sizzles it into the zone. And this puck comes all the way back down to the Boston end. Time lapse. These Bull Gang workers, they are sweating at the end of a workday. They earn it. Off comes the parquet. Off comes the insulating layer. They're working on forklifts with the carts. They put up the glass and we're ready to go. Hamilton's wrist shot save. Hutchinson a rolling rebound. Postma hard off the boards. Hamilton retrieved. Long pass. Soderberg one-hands it and it flips to the end board. Grant flicks him up to the circle off Wheeler's stick. Soderberg can't control. Now it's a race for the puck. Ladd and Bartkowski on the angle. Bartkowski gets there first. It's a good thing because Slater just got knocked down back and the goal was there if Ladd could make the centering pass. Bogosian at the right point. Rattles it around through the corner. Bartkowski picks it out of the air. Tries to muscle pass Ladd, but Ladd angles him off into the board. Blitzen stick handles through Bartkowski. Now runs into Hamilton. Bartkowski taps past Ladd, ties him up. Soderberg there. The puck near the dot. Hamilton springs on him. 4-on-4 coming up the ice. Through the seam to Lucic. The hard shot off the stick of the Bogosian. A save by Hutchinson. Bad angle shot by Soderberg, forcing Hutchinson to make another stop. And the puck into the Winnipeg bench.
And Erickson was right at top of the crease in case that came off. Perfect shot by Soderberg. Well, every morning from 5 to 9, tune into NESN Sports Update, presented in part by Town Fair Tire. They get you up to date on any action you might have missed the night before. NESN Sports Update every morning, 5 to 9.
Bergeron and Scheifele. We have not seen Brian Little since he blocked a Carl Soderberg shot. So Winnipeg working with 3 centers. Smith pivoting off Kuba's check. Finds some space. Finds Bergeron. Second effort shot. Pastrnak going to the post side tip. Couldn't get the puck to cooperate. Scheifele flips it up end over end. Miller plays the body and Kane takes it in his chest. Bergeron off his stick. It bounces to Kane. Now Scheifele over the line. Josh Buckland's bomb wide. Hot rebound off the end boards and Rask sticks it back. Buckland the big reach. Gives it low. Kane swivels the backhand. Rask has to make a stop. Bergeron steers it back to the Boston goalie. Milan Lucic clearly has benefited from playing with Soderberg and Erickson, and the Bruins pull into a 1-1 tie. Thank you, boys. 1-1 midway through the third period. Matthew Perreault against Carl Soderberg on the faceoff. Soderberg kicks the puck to the wall. Perreault back to Klitzum. He wrists it down through both corners. Wheeler A-frames out from the boards with Soderberg. Helps take the puck away. Erickson to Soderberg. Slides it past Bogosian, who throws the hip into Soderberg. Wheeler against Seidenberg. Wheeler bangs it off the wall. Erickson knocks it down for Seidenberg. Bounces it ahead of Lucic. Klitzum goes underneath to free the puck to Perreault over to Bogosian. Winnipeg's won 2 in a row. Having beaten Columbus and Buffalo on this East Coast trip, Frolik's shot goes off Kelly's stick to the corner. Seidenberg bounces it middle. A dicey pass. Halchuk winning it back for Frolik. Oh, what a check by Miller. Shoulder to shoulder. And Kevin Miller just flashes Frolik. Marchand can't get past Party at the other end. Party dribbles the puck wide. Halchuk unable to get it out of the zone. Hutchinson back of his net, taps to Party. Party up the wall. Frolik chips to the Boston line. Krug goes D to Joe Morrow. Morrow into the middle to Kelly. It comes off his stick, but now on the deflection it's Krug. Krug shot off Party's stick. Hits high glass. Haye turns away from Postman. Postman gets it to Buckland. Somebody pointed out on social media today as Buckland ices it. Kane wins the race. 2 goal scorers in this game. Buckland and Lucic combined weigh almost 500 pounds. Hamilton. Stewart takes a whack at it. Buckland draws the puck in front of the Zamboni doors. Off a couple of sticks right to Gagne. Just scoops it into space, hoping Paille would take off. Hutchinson bunts it out, but Campbell is there. The puck tumbles past him. The thing just will not sit flat. It's bouncing, tumbling all over the place. Kowski seals off Scheifele. Gagne steps around Ladd. Cross corner, Boston in the middle of the chain. Back Bogosian, lugs it out to Perreault. Perreault fires it cross ice. Wheeler leaves it for Bogosian. The defenseman rattles it off a couple of skates in front. Pastrnak up the middle looking for Bergeron. Now one-hands it for Smith. 3-on-2. Pastrnak tries the net. Smith drags, holds, lets it. Bergeron saved by Hutchinson. Keeping it a 1-1 tie with less than 7 to go. What a sequence here. Wheeler throws it on Rask. He's going to calm things down.
The initial pass by Pastrnak was actually kept in the Bruins' defensive zone, but he stayed with it. And they had some numbers coming up the ice. Good patience by Riley Smith. Little curl and drag move. It didn't stay with him. He stayed, got a shot away. Bergeron strong to the net after Pastrnak has the first move at it. What a stop by Hutchinson. On his left hip, still able to track the puck. Used that big body to stay in the way. I mean, that's a good, strong move to the net by all 3 players on that line at that time.
Well,
we're still tied at 1.
Soderberg wins the face-off from Jim Slater. Torrey Krug rattles the puck off the wall. Seidenberg strokes it far side. Lucic wing to wing to Eriksson. Soderberg driving the net. Stewart a stand-up check on Eriksson, and that just stopped it. Soderberg against Trouba. Soderberg takes Trouba down, and the referee's arms stay down. We've seen that called tripping a few times. Here's Soderberg, low circle. Now at the dot. And away comes Halschuk. Halschuk past the red line. He veers off as Winnipeg goes for a change.
Totally expected a tripping call there.
Krug having trouble getting it out of the Boston zone. Kane self-pass off the end boards, shoves it toward the middle, and Rask gets the paddle down to block the centering attempt. Kane rolls it around for Byfuglien. Krug bangs into Byfuglien. Byfuglien drapes his arm over Krug's neck. Slight mismatch physically there. Kane takes it on the backhand, turns to the forehand, but it's into Morrow's skates. Byfuglien indirect to Klitzum along the line to Bogosian. Bogosian draws Marchand, rolls it around the perimeter again. Now Kane at the hash mark. Down deep for Byfuglien. He takes a hit from Morrow. Morrow stumbles through a forest of sticks. Kane goes indirect for Klitzum. Klitzum's wrist shot, glove save. Rask. The Bruins looking for a change and getting it because Rask is alert to it. 5:17 to go. Is it happy hour when we come back? No, it's your New England Audi dealers.
Well, the Bruins thought that they were getting better the deeper they got in this hockey game. Third period, down by a goal. Nice little crisscross at center ice. Soderberg, Lucic on the net drive. Gotta love the fact that he got his feet moving from a standstill almost at center ice. Hit that big train chugging. Get to the net, and it's a nice little feed by Soderberg and the redirect by Lucic to tie the hockey game.
Bergeron wins the draw against Perreault. Seidenberg has room to skate. Headmans the puck to Pastrnak. Bogosian back to center. Kevin Miller, the wall. Pastrnak tries to go indirect to Bergeron. Miller taps deep. Seidenberg up the left wing for Smith, but he's offside.
Monday night at 9:30. Catch up with Dale and Barry when WB Mason presents Bruins Face Off Live. We'll have the complete preview before the Bruins take on the Anaheim Ducks. Plus all the latest Bruins injury news. Get ready for the game with Nesson Monday at 9:30.
Wait till you see the facial expressions of the Ducks' Ryan Getzlaf tonight on the Instigators. As Kyle Palmieri gets thrown out of a game. For something the Ducks did not feel was justified. Seidenberg forward for Smith. Collision at the red line and no ice. Trouba has been very solid. The second-year defenseman rushing it against Bartkowski. Swings it into the crease. Hamilton pops it up. Soderberg rolls the puck out to the red line. Eriksson. Trouba comes all the way back to make the bump, but Hamilton was ruled offside on the play.
Tough break for Boston. They were a little slow in their change, and that allowed Winnipeg to have 5 players up ice. And when Eriksson gets on the ice, they could have made a clean pass to him. He would have had a breakaway. As he takes a hit, stepping over the blue line, trying to find Hamilton come late. Ruled offside.
Slater tries to go forward through Soderberg. Bartkowski to Hamilton. Soderberg redirects it. Bogosian. Now Frolik snaps the backhand. Bartkowski whacks it forward to Soderberg, and here's Frolik in the exchange. Frolik to the dot. Scoots around the net, sets the edges. Back to Klitzum, the one-timer. Slams into Halschuk, his teammate, right in front. Frolik down in the corner. Shields the puck. Lucic comes in. Frolik goes down. Soderberg whacks the backhand around to Bartkowski. Bartkowski with a clever pivot to elude Frolik. Indirect to Hamilton. He's got Lucic straight ahead and will skate it out as Winnipeg concedes the forward third of the ice, wanting to get a change. Now Boston gets fresh legs. 3.5 to go. Klitzum takes a stick up in the face, and Marchand's going to go to the box. They're going to look to see if there's an injury on the play.
Claude Julien had kind of tweaked his lines here over the last 10 minutes or so, and getting Riley Smith a lot more involved. He was on the Bergeron Pasternak line. And now Marchand down low.
63, 4 minutes.
To get the double minor for the high stick with 3:30 to go in regulation. Another challenge for the Bruins.
Well, if this game should go to overtime, it would begin 4 against 3.
That provided no other penalties called between now and the end of regulation.
Boston penalty.
Huge kills here.
Double minor, 4 minutes.
Trouba up the boards for Perreault. The goal for Winnipeg came on the power play, and Byfuglien's on the ice, setting up in the near side circle. Perreault's shot goes off a body, up and out of play, and the face-off in the Boston zone. And you may remember Matthew Perreault, that gentleman right there, from his days with Washington. Had a hat trick against the Bruins when he was playing for Bruce Boudreau on the East Coast. He had a 4-point game against the Bruins when he was playing for Bruce Boudreau on the West Coast in Anaheim. And here he is tonight.
He's had a pretty good feud with Kelly all night long.
Yeah. Perreault to Byfuglien, hammers the cross-ice pass, slings it back to Trouba. Trouba pulls Campbell off the puck. Perreault down low, Ladd right across from Byfuglien, but he fans on the open side of the goal. Blake Wheeler turns at the top of the circle. Wheeler at the hash marks, high slot, goes all the way through to Trouba, fakes the shot against Campbell. Byfuglien's drive goes wide. A good play from Ladd to chop the puck to Wheeler wide. Byfuglien, Trouba, Perreault to Byfuglien, the shot saved by Rask. Not unlike the goal at all, but Tuukka Rask with the X-ray vision to find that in the crowd.
Well, the Bruins are doing a pretty good job trying to front Trouba, trying to front Byfuglien. This time Byfuglien gets that quick little half slap, not even maybe a quarter slap, from about 60 feet with Ladd working the front of that. Wheeler's there, the Bruins defense are there. Rask had that one in a real good spot.
Hamilton reacting to contact. Frolik taps it back. Postma to Bogosian, and a leg save from Rask. Paille can't clear the zone. Bogosian under pressure. Paille and Bergeron. Bergeron whacks it across the blue line. 2.5 to go in the penalty. 2 minutes left in the game. 2 shots on goal for Winnipeg during the first half of this double minor. High sticking penalty against Brad Marchand for injuring Grant Blitzen. Paille can't fling the puck past Bogosian, bouncing to the slot. Hamilton gets it to the blue line, but not out. Postma to Frolik. Frolik dances down the boards. Scheifele to Postma along the line. The wrist shot, deflection, and it goes wide. Hamilton bouncing puck, and he can't clear it. He whiffed underneath the puck. Postma zings it over to Bogosian. Fires it toward goal. Bartkowski gets a line off the glass and out.
You know that puck's bouncing, but you got to take a little half second to make sure you corral it and hammer it.
Jacob Trouba. Off Wheeler's skates into Stoutenburg. Wheeler around for Ladd.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Erickson almost picks it off as we enter the final minute of regulation time. Byfuglien's shot blocked. Morrow gets that one, and Kelly sends it down the river.
Big play by Morrow. Just before that, the other pair, big play by Bartkowski.
About 3/4 of a minute ago, the Jets looking for the win in regulation. Seidenberg turns and hammers it 170 feet. Here's Paille taking it away. But Campbell's shot saved by Hutchinson with 30 seconds to go. The Bruins coming that close to winning this game on a shorthanded goal.
Danny Paille with that great speed after the hammer down by Seidenberg. Puts his stick in a perfect position. Took it up off the ice because he knew Hutchinson wanted to make a little aerial pass to find Trouba. That didn't work. And then the presence of mind to find Campbell right in the slot before any of the Jets could get back. What an opportunity for Campbell and Hutchinson. Keeps this game tied at 1.
Postma leads Kane out. Kane the cutback. Kelly the good stick to block it at the line. 20 seconds to go in regulation. Postma turns his goal. He's got Scheifele accelerating on the right and gives it to the young center. Scheifele to the face-off circle. Rask wants to play it out. Steps past the clock and hits the zone. And that will assure the Bruins of at least a point. Frolik wrists it and Rask blocks it at the siren. Tuukka Rask with some very alert work. And 1-1 after 60.
Well, the Bruins got burned on a power play goal in this hockey game by Dustin Byfuglien, but their penalty killing came up big when they needed it most. A double minor to Marchand with 3:30 to go in regulation. Impressive finish, but they still got some work to do.
We'll be back for 5 minutes of 4-on-4 sudden death. Right, gigantic to begin this sudden death period. Bergeron out to take the center drop.
And be aware, if you're fortunate enough to get through this next 31, where Marchand coming onto the ice, know who you're changing for. You got the long change. You know Claude Julien likes 3 forwards and a defenseman, but have no confusion at that point.
Bergeron wins the face-off. Hamilton has 2 forecheckers coming directly to space, whips it past Perreault, but there's Byfuglien. Rattles it off the glass. Ladd out of the corner to Wheeler. Wheeler holds with Bergeron, the lone man high. A lot of space on the ice, 4 skating against 3 in sudden death. Dustin Byfuglien all the way to the hash marks. Cross ice to Ladd, catches it next to his skates. Perreault finds it, Ladd's one-timer, trying to wrong foot Rask. Byfuglien turns off the half boards, sizzles it just wide. Here comes Marchand, but the puck doesn't get to him. He bangs hard against Perreault. Now lifts Ladd's stick. He's got Eriksson with him. Eriksson shot, save, rebound. Hamilton save. Eriksson to Marchand, steps into the circle. Byfuglien chucks it off the corner boards. Marchand with a B under his bonnet, tying up Perreault. Now Ladd to Wheeler, using the huge strides, cuts it back, and Hamilton taps it away. Ladd out of the corner, back to the middle of the blue line to Wheeler. To Bogosian, the wrist shot. Glove save, Rask, he dumps it out. Now he'll take, no, he won't take the face-off, sliding the puck to Seidenberg. Eriksson taps back, and now Dougie Hamilton has it. 4-on-4, Soderberg, Eriksson, Seidenberg. No, he goes off to Barkowski and Lucic. Here's Barkowski. He closes, goes forward to the goal line against Postma. Brings it back to the rotating Eriksson. Soderberg going middle. Eriksson fakes the shot. Soderberg all the way across the attacking zone. What motion. The shot was Lucic screening, and Hutchinson blocks the line. Lucic, the aggressive move on Kane, has to go back to center. Of course, Lucic and Kane were junior teammates 7 years ago. They know each other well. Barkowski cuts to the inside. The shot goes wide on the glove side. Soderberg gets caved in on Postma's hit in front of the Zamboni doors. Scheifele brings it to Kane and then accelerates toward goal. Kane's shot wide on the glove side. Rask has to take care of Scheifele on the way through. Bergeron swings on the puck, pulls up in the eddy of the flow. Bergeron backhands it down low, trying to get it to Pastrnak. Bergeron. That's going to go for icing against the Bruins almost exactly midway through this overtime period.
The Bruins did a terrific job of killing that final 31 seconds. Rask made 1, maybe 2 real important stops. Marchand comes out of the box, wins the battle against Ladd, sets up Louis Eriksson on that wide side. Good initial save, but that rebound, which is exactly what you're looking for. Marchand can't control it, and then Hamilton comes right in behind him. Bruins doing everything but ending it in that sequence.
Bergeron wins the draw against Wheeler. Krug to Lucic, wing to wing to Bergeron, who extends the stick to control the puck. Works to the corner toward Byfuglien, right into the middle. Cannot connect with Pastrnak, and here comes Wheeler. Wheeler accelerating wide, cuts in front of Ladd. Smith steps up to tap the puck loose. Ladd's pass. Byfuglien uses the huge reach and then flings it into the corner. Smith trying to hold off Ladd. Ladd pivots and rolls it back to Byfuglien. Byfuglien, indirect pass to Wheeler. Smith tries to force him out. There's Pastrnak. Spinning Smith with the game on his stick. Cuts inside. Smith to knock the goal off its peg.
Well, this is why you have 4-on-4 in overtime, because when turnovers happen, you got to get scoring chances. Wheeler trying to make a play down the wall. He's forced by Riley Smith. Riley Smith's flying the zone. He just can't get enough separation. And Trouba does a pretty good job staying within the rules. The stick comes up a little bit, but not enough to be warranted of a penalty. A little toe pick by Smith.
Hamilton flips to Lucic, controls it with his skate. Postma reads the pass, goes indirect, looking long for Perreault. Hamilton keeps him from getting the puck middle. Soderberg to self-pass off the boards, works it against Frolik. Perreault and Eriksson to the far side. Perreault goes down. Eriksson back to Hamilton to Eriksson. 3-on-2 off by Soderberg, the trailer. Lucic stays onside. Here's the pass to Hamilton. He closes. He scores!
Just another impressive play. They free the puck up in the defensive zone, and they activate, they jump into the play. Hamilton made the initial steal back in the defensive zone, and then when the Bruins sort it out and get something going offensively, they execute coming across the line. Why? Because they had a double net drive, and that allows Hamilton to come late. Force the turnover on the wall. Puck possession as Hamilton pushes up to Eriksson. Now you get that double net drive. Lucic, Eriksson, Hamilton comes late. Soderberg finds him with a well-delivered pass. And this is not an easy sheet of ice at this point in the hockey game to deliver good passes. And what a finish. Soderberg, back diagonal, perfect lane, good timing. Wow. Even with that puck on edge, the skill set of Dougie Hamilton rips it short side, over the blocker, under the bar to end it.
Cam Neely's reaction with Peter Chiarelli nearby. Hamilton, the game winner from Soderberg and Eriksson at 3:39 of overtime. A 5-point trip east for the Winnipeg Jets.